It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night, the only Survivor podcast for compassionate haters. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend, Thomas Powell, if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it going today on this Marquesas Monday?
It's a Marquesas Monday. I don't wish it was Sunday because Sunday was not my fun day because the Detroit Lions lost. It was a bad weekend of football for me. I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on.
Okay. I saw Daniel W. Campbell was a tweet I saw you post, and I was like, oh, good for them.
He said going into the half when they were down by 2 touchdowns, he said, we got to clean some stuff up, but otherwise we're going to stay the course. And I remember that being a thing that George W. Bush said a lot, and I was mad, and so I made that tweet in anger.
Speaking of W, Thomas, George W. Bush was a president. So I got to ask you, did you want to play Survivor Presidential Island this week?
Boy, do I. I can't wait to play Oops All Presidents.
Oops, All Presidents, we did it.
This one seems like it's pretty easy to cast. So how many spots do we have to fill?
We will have 16 spots. I want to just double check that that's correct. But Tocantins, I'm pretty sure, was 16 people. So, there we go. Here's the website. How do we want to separate the tribes? I think, there's 2 obvious ways in my head. Either Republicans and Democrats, which seems kind of boring, or, modern era versus old school presidents, Yeah, 8 people per tribe.
This is a fans versus favorites situation, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay, so 16 people. I think number 1 draft pick has to be our guy Barack Hussein Obama.
Okay, he's on the new school tribe.
Yeah.
Wait, what season are we structuring this around?
Tocantins, of course.
Oh, okay. Because this is a very millennials versus Gen X style division, but I'm fine with whatever.
I think, God, why wouldn't we have a millennial or even a Gen X president yet? They're all fucking baby boomers. Okay, who do you want? Who's your number 1 draft pick?
Okay, so your number 1 pick. So are you picking for new school? I'm picking for old school.
I don't think we have to be specific about it. I think we can do that at a later date.
Don't we have to be specific about it? We have to have even numbers of these, right?
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, Obama, I'm putting NS next to his name.
So I get to pick all the stinky old presidents. I'm gonna pick my main man, John Adams, number 1.
John Adams, great choice. John Adams is old school.
Big fan of the Alien and Sedition Act, personally.
You know what? I'm going to pick our friend from back home, Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford, yes.
And he's considered new school.
Mr. Football. Yeah, you know what? It is Michigan's season opener tonight, and he was a legendary Michigan football player. So
that's right. What is the cutoff for you? I think FDR. FDR is the first color photo in Wikipedia.
Yeah, I think that's fair, yeah.
Okay, FDR, and newer is new school. Herbert Hoover would be a good choice.
Yeah, old school versus New Deal. Old school versus New Deal.
Oh, that's so good. What's the... Oh, Grand Old Party. I was like, what's that party called? The Grand Old Party. Yeah, no, that's the Republicans. We don't need to do that. There's got to be some other reference to political shit. Do you want to pick Herbert Hoover for the old school?
No, I choose who I pick, and I'm going to be picking Martin Van Buren, the little magician.
Why are you picking all the most boring guys? God damn it. Okay, fine. I'm going to pick... You know what? I'm going to pick Bill Clinton.
Okay, yeah, sure. Slick Willie.
That's what they call him.
If that's his name, don't wear it out. I'm going to pick the big guy. Abraham Lincoln.
There we
Can't
go.
believe he's still on the board.
I'm going to go with my. Wait, sorry. Who did you just say?
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, of course. I'm writing these all down as we go, and I just wrote Abe for Abraham Lincoln. I'm picking FDR.
FDR, very neat. I have a signed portrait of him that I inherited from my grandfather.
Oh, who signed it?
FDR.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually signed by John F. Kennedy.
Smart.
Yeah. It's actually worth more because of that. But no, so I am going to. You're taking FDR. That's who you just took.
I just took FDR. Yep.
I'm taking TR, the Bull Moose,
There we go.
Teddy Roosevelt.
And we're gonna do a Roosevelt cross-party alliance there. I think that's a good idea. Okay, we're halfway through. I was really worried you were not going to pick Theodore Roosevelt for a minute there. I think.
Come on, who do you think you're talking to?
Damn, there's not a lot of dudes I really love from the new school. You know what? I think it would be really funny to have Nixon in there.
You gotta have him in there, like
you gotta intentionally cast a villain.
To bring Pete Weber back up again. Love him or hate him, you watched.
That's true. All right, who's your next guy? Oh, you should pick Warren G. Harding.
No,
remember
I
that time we
picking...
elected a cardboard cutout of a man as president?
Yes, I will not be. We will not be returning to normalcy here. Let's see. I'm gonna go.
If you don't pick James K. Polk, I'm gonna James K. walk out of this room.
I'm not James K. Polk overrated. I'm gonna pick.
They created that march for him.
Yeah, he doesn't have a fucking doctrine named after him, does he? So I'm gonna pick James Monroe.
Okay. That's a great choice. What a good choice. I'm going to pick JFK. A lot of characters from Clone High in our cast here.
Yeah. I will be drafting. We'll go with Cleopatra next for me. Okay.
Was she president of Egypt? Was that her title?
She was. Yeah. She was the president of Egypt. I am gonna go with. I have a lot of latitude here. There's a lot of.
Oh no! I'm
gonna go with William Howard Taft.
Oh, good choice. We each only have 2 choices left, so you have to make sure you know who you're picking. I'm trying to choose between Joe Biden, either of the Bushes, and Ronald Reagan and Jimmy Carter. Okay, so that's 5 people.
Get HW in there.
HW and Jimmy Carter, I think, will be my last 2 choices.
Okay, well, you picked out of turn there, but I'll allow it. So I have 2 more picks.
Yeah.
Only 2. Well, I'm going to go T-Jeff. We're going to go Thomas Jefferson.
Classic.
And I think it'd be more fun to not have George Washington be there.
Interesting. Well, he's deceased.
Because he's at a disadvantage because he cannot tell a lie.
It's a really good point. He's just like Coach in that way.
He's exactly like Coach in that. He's a lot like Coach for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, who is the most Coach? Oh, I guess Gerald Ford, right? Because he was a football player.
Because he was actually also a football coach.
That's what I meant, yeah. Let's see.
I believe he got a law degree from Yale, just like Steve. He honestly is a fusion of JT and Stephen Fishbox and Coach Stephen Fishbox, because he got a law degree from Yale and he was a football coach while he was doing that for Yale University or Yale College or whatever the fuck it is. But anyway,
I have a question. Why haven't you picked William Henry Harrison yet?
I'm not, because he's gonna be out first.
Just one storm overnight will take him out.
He's gonna die immediately.
His presidency lasted long than an original era Survivor season.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm gonna pick somebody who's built to last, and I'm gonna go with Grover Cleveland, who served non-consecutive terms.
Ooh, that's very big right now. I think that I'm going to win because my guy was actually in office the longest and was the most well-liked of all of the ones.
That is true.
All right. I'm sending you the cast on X the Everything app. Check your DMs.
Oh man, this thing really does have everything.
It
I
really
can't wait to do
does.
my banking on here.
You can also chat on there now too. It's in beta though.
Oh yeah. How is that different from DMs? I really don't know.
That's a really good question.
It doesn't
'Cause-
seem significantly different.
yeah.
I'm loving this is the same thing we do with this every time where there's some like just unbelievably compressed images of I'm trying to figure which one of these is my favorite, and I think it's either wide Teddy Roosevelt.
Why does it always do that?
The Grover Cleveland one that's like he looks like he's two-dimensional.
Oh yeah.
And the Nixon one I think is probably my favorite.
Okay, yeah. These ones aren't as bad as the last time we did it when they were all like swirly and stuff. They just cropped weird. I like very skinny Bill Clinton. That's pretty funny. Squat
that's him.
FDR is funny.
That's him post weight loss.
I like JFK is like slightly cropped out of center. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Howard Taft looking even wider than usual.
Why does it just say Howard Taft? His name is William Howard Taft. Also, this says Grover Cleveland.
Don't worry about it.
Grover. You know, that was actually the deal. In order for him to get the second non-consecutive term, he had to sell one of the
He had to
E's.
change his name. It's like when Michael B. Jordan signed on to the SGA. They were like, "Well, we've already got a Michael Jordan, the basketball player in the SGA from Space Jam, or SAG, not SGA, Screen Actors Guild, right? Screen Guild Actors."
This is actually related to that, but it's a slightly different situation. He actually donated the E so that somebody could have that for their screen actor thing to differentiate themselves.
You're donating E. Let me get in line. The drug.
Oh, okay.
So can you go through the cast again?
Okay, so you should read you picked the New Deal tribe, correct?
Yes,
so
I did pick the New Deal tribe. Okay, so on the New Deal tribe, it is Barack Obama, Bill Clinton.
You put a picture of not Barack Obama, but
What? That's Barack Obama. That's a picture of Barack Obama from when
a
he was on
former
Survivor.
Survivor contestant that we said was reminiscent of Barack Obama.
He's got the short gray hair. He's got the big ears. He looks exactly like Barack Obama. You're supposed to tell. Somebody even said, "Hey, look, the president is on screen with us during that season."
Lauren Michaels over here. Do you think that you can fool anybody into thinking someone looks like Barack Obama?
Yeah. What if I put up a picture of Fred
Armisen? Yeah. There he is. What do you want? That's Barack Obama.
Yeah. We've got Bill Clinton, of course, FDR, George H.W. Bush, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, JFK, and Richard Nixon on the New Deal tribe.
Right. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you. Okay, so
okay.
I picked the Old Timers tribe. That is, of course, Abraham Lincoln, Grover Cleveland, Howard Taft, James Monroe, John Adams, the little magician Martin Van Buren,
Good.
Theodore Roosevelt, and Thomas Jefferson.
So who is your favorite president of all time? Are they on the cast? Are they?
I mean, probably
is he
FDR.
on the cast?
Probably FDR. I think that's what. Yeah. You don't know that none of them were non-binary. Maybe they were afraid to come out. You don't know.
Who was the first non-binary president?
Who is the most likely to be non-binary? I'm going to say Calvin Coolidge.
Ooh, that's a really good. That's really good assumption. Most likely to be non-binary. Certainly not Bill Clinton. I can see George W. Bush being non-binary. He never gave like strong straight man the way.
You know
his
what?
dad
Honestly,
did.
Abe Lincoln.
Well, Abe Lincoln was famously the first gay president, so
Yeah, he might be NB. You don't know.
that's a good point. I guess you can be gay and NB at the same time. Which
He was
doesn't
our
make
first solo poly president.
Okay, We don't have to get into sexuality and gender and anything because that's not actually what this
No, well, that's not what this
game
is about.
This is about presidents and what if they all played Survivor together. Wouldn't that be interesting? Each tribe selects who they think will be the biggest liability on first impressions alone. The New Deal tribe votes. 1 vote for Carter, 1 vote for HW, 1 vote for Clinton, Obama, FDR, JFK, Nixon, JFK. The biggest liability is JFK.
I mean, he did have health problems, so I don't think that's unreasonable.
I mean, I can think of one very big health problem he had, famously.
I mean, aside from the lead injections that he had.
The old timers vote Teddy, Adams, Honest Abe, Teddy, Cleveland. The biggest liability is Teddy Roosevelt. Interesting.
Wow. Okay. Well, he had to do so much to overcome being sickly as a child, and yet here they are. Doesn't matter. You can never get away from it.
JFK and Teddy will be airlifted to their respective tribe camps. At camp, they have 2 options. They can look for an idol that gives them immunity at the first vote, or they can head start on their shelter. JFK, what do you think JFK chooses?
I'm gonna say that JFK looks for the idol.
He, in fact, does look for the idol. Does he find it?
I'll say yes.
He does not find it. How about Teddy
bummer.
Roosevelt? Does he find and look for the idol? Or does he look for the idol and not find it?
Or does he? Wouldn't the other option be that he would start camp stuff?
Uh-huh.
So it seems like he didn't do that based off of what you said. So I'm gonna say that he found it.
He goes to look for the idol and does not find it.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
Let's see. The New Deal hidden immunity idol is currently hidden. There are no alliances. Same at the Old Timers Club. A river, run through it, is the name of this first immunity challenge. What happened? What is this one? What happened in presidential history?
I'm assuming.
About a river?
They were crossing the Delaware right now.
Classic shit. But you didn't want to put George Washington on your team. And that was famously his painting, right?
That's true. He painted that.
Self-portrait. Despite not having George Washington on the Old Timers tribe, they still win immunity, as well as Flint. Carter and Nixon have a small fight. This happened in real life, right? Probably.
Yeah, that's just a fact. That's called the 1976 election. So,
Honest Abe and Adams bond strongly. And guess how long that impact lasts?
is it a lasting impact?
It has a lasting impact. Cleveland is impressing the rest of the team, constantly giving up letters for other people. It would be really funny if somebody else's name I accidentally put a second or an additional E in their name, but I haven't come across it yet. John Adams is working hard at camp and becomes tired. Okay, good for him. The New Deal tribe votes Clinton, FDR, Clinton, FDR, Clinton, FDR, Clinton. It's a tie. They revote, and Clinton gets all of the votes. Good.
That's right. Get him out of here.
Yeah, that's what they should have done in Island of the Islands, remember? Hey, there's a creep on our tribe. Let's get rid of him.
Let's get him out. You lost
Now,
the impeachment vote this time, idiot.
And that's right. When we impeach a president, he no longer is president, right?
That's true.
That's the rule.
That is the rule. Well, no. When you remove, impeaching them is just the process.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Okay, so George Clinton is out.
Yep.
It's
up to the rest of the P-Funk All-Stars to take this one.
The New Deal tribe hidden immunity idol has been found. Who do you think found it, and who were you hoping would find it?
All right, I'm gonna say Martin Van Buren, very canny political actor. I'm gonna say
Martin Van Buren is on the Old Timers team.
Oh, so it's someone on the New Deal tribe?
Yeah.
Well, Richard Nixon probably found it then.
Well, he was a Republican. In the 20th century, it was George H.W. Bush who found it.
Oh, that makes so much sense, though. That's that CIA background.
Of course. The Old Timers Alliance number 1 is Abe Lincoln, Grover Cleveland, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson. Oh, yes. this. This immunity challenge is called Basket Brawl.
Oh, fantastic. Oh yeah, no, I remember this one.
Okay, who is the best basketball player of all the presidents, do you think?
I mean, it would probably be Abraham Lincoln because of how tall, but also maybe Barack Obama.
Yeah, I think Abe Lincoln was famously a wrestler.
Yeah. I mean, that would probably help him a lot for this challenge.
That's a good point. It is, in fact, Barack Obama, the basketball player, who wins it for the New Deal tribe. They also win fishing
Does anyone
gear.
get a chunk of their tooth knocked out in this one?
Doesn't mention it.
Okay.
It says JFK takes a serious blow to the head.
Uh-oh.
They can send one player from the losing
From
tribe
what?
to exile.
What is he? Sorry, that's an important follow-up there. What is hitting him in the head?
Oh, somebody's shoulder. Nothing serious.
Oh, not a bullet?
Not a bullet. They send John Adams to Exile Island, and he brings with him FDR. Just out of like decency, I would not bring FDR to exile.
No, that's not fair.
That seems a little much. It seems a little much to even have him on Survivor.
Yeah.
Seems like not the easiest
Don't
thing
tell him
for
what he-
that
Hey,
man to do. Okay.
Don't tell him what he can't do. He's
Good
supposed
point.
to do this.
Adams and FDR are in exile, and FDR chooses the bottle with the clue and the options. He shares the clue with Adams. He decides not to mutiny. Okay, that's good.
Oh, that's nice.
The New Deal immunity idol is not currently hidden. Okay, well, I didn't need to read that part. FDR and Carter bond strongly, has a lasting impact. HW and JFK bond strongly, probably over the being known by their initials.
Over both of them being in Dallas on a certain day in 1963.
I didn't know HW was there too. That's fun.
He doesn't recall where he was, but records say that he was in Dallas. He was very cagey about remembering where he's maybe the only person that doesn't remember where they were that was alive at that time in the United States.
What was George H.W. Bush doing in 1963?
He was, I believe, working for, or I guess one of the co-founders of Zapata Oil Drilling, which was a oil drilling company in Texas that some believe was a CIA front, but I don't know that is confirmed. So anyway,
Please clap. FDR and Ford find something in common, probably having all the same consonants in their names, just in different orders. Gerald Ford. What's your take? Are you rooting for him? Oh, yeah. Who are you rooting for in this? JFK? JFK. FDR?
I mean, it'd be nice to see FDR win, I think.
I'm rooting for Teddy or Barry. Obama.
You know what? I would like a Martin Van Buren win. I'm just going to put that out there.
Fair enough. Okay, the Old Timers Idol has been found. Who do you think found it?
Old Timers Idol. I'm going to say Martin Van Buren.
Jefferson has found the idol.
Okay. The Federalists took this one.
Taft and MVP find something in common.
Or wait,
MVB.
was he a Federalist?
I don't know,
Or is he
Thomas.
an
That's before my
anti-federalist?
time.
Yeah, you're all about the New Deal tribe. You don't care about
right.
that stuff.
Stop paying attention to history class before.
Oh, he was an
FDR.
anti-federalist.
Taft and Teddy have a major fight. Probably who has the biggest belly.
That's
in American
real.
history.
That's actually legit real.
That
did
happened?
happen. Yeah, that's why Teddy ran as a bull moose against him.
Oh, is that who took
yeah,
the? Okay,
that's because they had
interesting.
beef, and he was like, "I don't think Taft should be president, so I'm going to run again."
Man, the Bull Moose Party ruled. I know I said that was
Yeah.
before my time, but I do know about the Bull Moose Party.
Yeah.
Zoran Mondami is the new Bull Moose Party. Did you know that?
I don't know that I would compare those two personally, politically, but sure, go ahead. You said it, not me.
I remember looking up the Bull Moose Party in high school when we first learned about it and being like, right on. I don't really remember what they stand for now.
It'll take more than that to take down a bull moose. That's what he said when
Oh,
he
because he
got
got shot
shot.
in the chest, right? But a Bible or
Yep.
a speech stopped it or whatever he had in his
Yeah,
chest.
he had a some sort of book that was like a
Yeah.
Bible or something in his front pocket.
Good for him. Okay, Old Timers Tribe Alliance number 2 forms. It is Abe Lincoln, Howard Taft, James Monroe, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson. Are these
Okay.
guys cool in real life?
Sure.
Okay. You're the history guy. You were in A Push.
Yeah.
I was in
was in A
regular
push.
history.
I was in A push. You were not in you. You were in push.
I was in
Ush.
Ush.
You were
I
in
was in
Ush.
Ush. I wasn't even in Push. I was in Ush, and I was the only one who knew anything. Apparently, I think your
That's right.
cousin once said that about me, and I was like, "Whoa, I didn't know anybody even acknowledged my existence. That's nice."
That's right. And I was like, I taught him everything he knows.
Okay, so the old timers are at tribal council. If anybody has the Henry Needle, it's time to play it, and Jefferson plays it. First vote goes for MVB, Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt, MVB, Teddy, MVB, MVB, MVB
No,
is out. And you were just saying how you were
not
rooting for
enough.
little
Not
Martin.
you know, he might be the little magician, but he couldn't pull a rabbit out of his hat there. So
Okay, HW still has his idol. New Deal Tribe Alliance is still going strong. Obama, FDR, HW, Gerald Ford, and JFK. What a group of guys. It's 5 of the coolest guys who's ever been in history.
that's right.
Okay, so there's 2 alliances on the old timers: Abe Lincoln, Grover Cleveland, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson. And then there's another one that's the same group, but instead of Grover Cleveland, it's Taft and Monroe. Interesting. Okay, this one's called Blind Leading the Blind. What happens in this one in history, Thomas?
Oh, blind leading the blind. Yeah, what would this be? Well, War of 1812. I'm not going to elaborate. You all know.
We all
You know
remember
I'm
the War
right,
of
and you know why.
1812. The old timers win this reward. It is a tarp, an umbrella, Ella. That's from the New Deal. Folding chairs, pillows, blankets, and a hammock.
And a hammock, yeah.
They send Carter and Cleveland to Exile Island. What is Exile Island in Washington, D.C.? There's got to be an island near there, right? Oh my God, Thomas. Have you ever been to the East Coast?
I have been to the East Coast. I don't. Maybe Exile Island would be like Roanoke Island or something.
Yeah. Carter chooses the bottle with the clue and the options. He decides to mutiny. Holy shit. Did this happen in Tocantins? No,
Yeah,
right?
I don't recall that. Where's that coming from?
Oh my God. This next challenge is for immunity. It's called a crate idea.
Whoa.
Pretty good shit. The New Deal tribe wins immunity without Carter, who just left, remember?
Yeah.
FDR and JFK bond, FDR and HW bond. Great. Okay. Teddy and Jefferson find something in common. Monroe has a major meltdown. Cleveland and Monroe have a minor disagreement, and Jefferson works hard at camp to become tired. At the old timers tribe, they go to tribal council. It's Taft, Carter, Taft, Carter. Okay, well, are we surprised? You
No.
mutinied your tribe for no reason, and then
Yeah,
the new
he
tribe voted you out.
He was mad that they weren't doing a malaise, that they weren't all agreeing to lower their standard of living.
And
So,
he had to get back to his peanut farm. It's really what happened.
Yeah, he was like, I need to be building houses for poor people.
He read that note that was like, you can mutiny, and he's like, oh, I can get back to my peanut farm? And they're like, I guess. Okay, the alliances are still strong. This reward challenge is called Shoulder the Load. What's this one?
Shoulder the load.
Shoulder, not soldier.
Shoulder the load. Was it a civil war?
Yeah, the Civil War. Speaking of the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln's tribe, the Old Timers Club, wins this one. They win a tribe raid of 2 items on the losing tribe. Then they send Ford and Teddy to the Exile Beach. Teddy chooses the bottle with the clue. He decides not to mutiny. Okay. This one's called Try Any Angle. It's for immunity. What's that one?
I don't really remember. I think if I heard a description, I would, but
One
off the
tribe
top of my
member at
head?
a time would race along a winding path to retrieve a puzzle piece. Each puzzle piece is a large wooden triangle prism with letters written on each of the 3 faces. Once 8 puzzle pieces are retrieved, they would need to be placed in the correct frame. The pieces would then need to be rotated in scrambled phase. The first tribe to solve
Okay,
the puzzle would win.
I sort of remember this.
Okay, well, the new tribe wins. The New Deal tribe. Barack Obama, FDR, HW, Gerald Ford, JFK, and Richard Nixon.
New World Order.
Yes, get Hulk Hogan on this tribe. Is there only one guy left
New World Order.
in real life who's still alive
What?
on any of our tribes? Obviously, nobody from your tribe is still alive.
Bill Clinton is still alive.
Bill Clinton is still alive, excuse me. But
Both
he's been
Barack
voted out.
Obama and what's his name, Dr. President, are still alive.
Barack Obama and Dr. President are the same guy.
Okay, well they're both still alive.
Okay. Obama leaves the alliance he had with FDR, HW, Ford, and JFK. Stupid plan. Ford is injured, but gets treated and can stay in the game. I wish they would tell you how they get injured. Over on the Old Timers
I think it's rude that they don't.
Cleveland and Monroe bond strongly. Cleveland and Teddy Roosevelt form an alliance. They still have to go to tribal council. Let's see. Taft, Teddy, Taft, Cleveland, Teddy Roosevelt is voted out. So this sucks, actually.
Yeah, sorry. Condolences.
All right, we're down to the final 12.
Apparently, it won't take more than that to take down a bull moose.
Okay, alliances are still intact. Dizziness, as usual. Did any president famously get dizzy? And I know the answer is yes.
The answer is definitely. I'm sure JFK did because had a bunch of health problems.
Gerald Ford.
I mean,
famously,
William Henry Harrison, I'm sure got dizzy, and also
is
I'm
William
sure
Henry Harrison on this cast?
No, he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Neither is James Garfield, who I'm sure also got dizzy as he was dying.
And he was also just eating so much lasagna all the time.
He was dizzy because it was Monday.
Gerald Ford, famously clumsy, but despite that, his team wins. The New Deal tribe. They win a trip to a cafe with coffee, fresh water, pastries, cookies, muffins, toilet paper. Oh, excuse me, and a toilet with toilet paper. It'd be weird if they want a toilet without toilet paper, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Honest Statement, HW are going to exile. Good for them. Honest Statement chooses the bottle with the clue, and he decides not to mutiny. Oh, yeah, we saw what happened last time somebody mutinied. This one's called Water Mortar. It's for immunity. Who wins this one? I know who wins. What happens in this one in history? Water Mortar.
Water mortar? I mean, that's probably Pearl Harbor.
Perfect. The New Deal tribe
Or I don't know,
wins.
maybe the sinking of the Maine that started the Spanish-American War. Maybe this is a remember the Maine type of thing.
The only thing I'm remembering is the Alamo and also 9/11. No.
And some Five Guys. Also Five Guys.
You gotta remember.
Well, I guess
Five
I'm
Guys.
remembering them, but
Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens on the New Deal tribe. HW is still holding on to his idol. FDR and JFK bond. And a new alliance forms with FDR and Gerald Ford. That's fun to see.
okay. Interesting.
I don't hate that. Taft and Monroe have a major fight having a lasting impact. Honest Abe is medically evacuated from the game due to an
Whoa.
injury.
Due to being shot at Ford's Theater.
Tribal Council has been canceled, so remember 5 guys who are the old timers. It's Grover Cleveland, Howard Taft, James Monroe, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson. I mean, who are you rooting for from that tribe at this point?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know anymore.
Honestly, all of our guys have
James
been voted
Monroe,
out.
maybe. James Monroe.
Okay, the old timers win a reward called When Pigs Fly. What happens in When Pigs Fly in American history?
When pigs fly.
The Bay of Pigs, Thomas, come on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Bay of Pigs Fly. The old timers win this one despite the Bay of Pigs being a New Deal thing. Right? When was Bay of Pigs? Like the 80s? 70s?
Yeah, it was the 1980s.
Okay. I remember some stuff from Ush.
No, it was not the 1980s.
When
It was
was
like
it?
the
The
early
60s?
it was like the early 60s, yeah.
Okay, so I was off by 10 to 20 years. Give me another moment from American
If you were like,
history.
what did the Iraq War happen last year? Like,
2004. Moving on. Was I right?
no. Well, yeah, but
2003 to 2018 or something. I don't know. Probably not 2018. 2013? Is that right?
I was like like combat operations officially ended, wink wink, during the Obama administration, but like we definitely still had people there.
Obama from Survivor Presidential Island.
From this very season, yeah.
They send JFK and Monroe to exile. Great. Monroe gets the idol clue and decides to share it with JFK, but does not mutiny. Probably a good call. The Sandstone Shootout. Well, that's the Alamo. They have to protect the Alamo from each other.
You do. And you have to remember it also.
Yeah, first tribe. Oh, yeah, first tribe to destroy the other person's Alamo and then rebuild it wins immunity. The New Deal tribe wins this immunity. Great stuff. New Deal tribe is going to win this whole season.
And this whole tribe.
HW has the New Deal idol. FDR has a major meltdown and almost quits the game, but decides to stay.
FDR is like the coach of this season in a way, if you think about it.
Many are saying, okay, Taft and Adams find something in common, but then Adams has a major meltdown and almost quits the game as a result.
What is going on with all these meltdowns?
He decides to stay, but then gets in another fight with Monroe this time, which has a lasting impact.
This is just what happens when you have this many alphas together, you know?
So true. And they go to tribal council. It's Monroe, Cleveland, Monroe. Wow, what a surprise. The guy who got in a fight with everybody got voted out. Okay, so your tribe is down to 4. My tribe is down to 6. It is time for the merge.
Okay.
The merge is Barry Obama, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, George H.W. Bush, Gerald Ford, Grover Cleveland, Howard Taft, John Adams, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, Richard Nixon, and Thomas Jefferson. I mean, who's the favorite at this point? Obama?
Maybe.
Do you want to hear something horrible?
Sure.
When I did a test run of this, Richard Nixon won.
That's not surprising.
I feel
like Nixon though would be like a Russell style player.
Mm-hmm.
Where he would scheme to get to the end, but then like no one would want to vote for him.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. Okay, all the alliances are still the same post-merge. This one's called Get a Grip. It's an immunity challenge. The castaways must hang on to a pole. Who do you think wins this one?
You gotta hang on to a bowl?
A pole.
A pole. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm gonna say that Barack Obama wins this one.
HW wins immunity.
Wow. Read my lips. I'm holding on to this pole.
HW and Taft find something in common, has a lasting impact. FDR and Cleveland bond slightly. Thomas Jefferson leaves the alliance he was in with Taft and Adams. Seems stupid, but okay. They go to tribal council. George H.W. Bush has both the immunity necklace and the hidden immunity idol. First vote goes to Obama, Jefferson, FDR, FDR, Obama, Jefferson, FDR, Jefferson, FDR. FDR is out. How do you feel about that?
Don't love it, but sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes did he have a brain aneurysm, and then they're gonna are they gonna put Harry Truman in there? Or?
Oh, that's a great idea. Slot him in. The sixth reward challenge is called Rock Block. What happens in this one? Rock Block. U.S.
I mean,
history story.
it involves a rock, but I don't. Oh, I mean the Iraq War. It's the Iraq War. We'll say this is Desert Storm.
Okay, yeah. Throwback. 1990s?
Yeah, eat my shorts, Saddam.
Good one. The group of Barack Obama, George H.W. Bush, and Thomas Jefferson win the reward. It is a whitewater rafting trip down the Rio Novo and a picnic of sandwiches, chicken wings, brownies, and watermelon and potato chips. I feel like Rio Novo is probably not the correct river to go down for Presidential Island. What about the Mississippi?
Yeah.
That's an American river.
That'd probably be good. That is an American river.
They send Richard Nixon to exile.
Good.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
He stays there forever and we never have to think about him again.
That's right. You won't have him to kick around anymore.
We then see an immunity challenge called Rope-a-Dope. That has to be something from history, right?
Rope-a-dope. We'll say the 1980 Reagan campaign.
Speaking of the 1980 Reagan campaign, H.W. wins this immunity as well.
Wow, he's on a roll. He's unstoppable. Probably going to get 2 terms with how he's rolling right now.
Famously, 2-term President George H.W. Bush. He's doing really well for himself. That's 2 immunities in a row. Okay,
he's a canny. Look, he's a climber. He's a canny political actor.
Mm-hmm. Nixon, JFK, Obama, JFK, Obama, Nixon, Nixon
Obama. Do you remember the Amelia Obama thing?
Yeah, I remember that. That was classic shit. Richard Nixon is out. Congratulations. We actually ousted a bad president for once.
Oh, good.
HW still has his idol. A bunch of alliances are forming, or are still a thing. New alliance forms: George H.W. Bush, Gerald Ford, Grover Cleveland, Howard Taft, JFK, and Thomas Jefferson.
Wow. That alliance is too big. Is that the Warrior Alliance for this one?
This is kind of the Warrior Alliance of U.S. presidents. This one's called Swiss Cheese Please. It's a reward challenge. God. When Donald Trump brought in all those cheeseburgers for the football players.
This is a reference to any time that a president has been shot.
Yeah, because they always look like a Swiss cheese afterwards.
Yeah, because they're so full of holes.
Well, speaking of people who have been shot, comes with experience. JFK's group wins. That also includes Grover Cleveland, Barack Obama, and Thomas Jefferson. They win a trip to a local village near D.C. What are some villages in like the Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland area?
Oh, in the DMV, as they call it.
The DMV, yes. They win a trip to the DMV.
They do.
They
Get that license renewed.
They send exile. They send Ford. There is a clue to the hidden immunity idol. That's all it says.
Okay.
This one's called DC Shuffle. As in Washington, D.C. Shuffle. They have to dance until they drop. JFK wins this one. Congratulations to him. Ford and JFK have a major fight. H.W. and Jefferson have a major fight. Adam rests at camp to restore his energy. Because he's old as fuck, man.
He is old. He's an old man.
H.W. plays his immunity idol at tribal council. The votes are as follows. Obama, Adams, Obama, Adams, Adams, Obama, Adams, Obama. It's a tie. They revote.
Oh, you know what? I got to tell you, playing that immunity idol, not prudent.
Not a great plan from Mr. H.W. Bush. The revote is still a tie, so maybe it was a good plan, actually, from H.W. Bush.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they draw rocks, he's safe.
A consensus is not reached, so they have to draw rocks. Cleveland draws a normal colored rock. Ford draws the odd colored rock.
No.
It is eliminated.
The pride of Grand Rapids.
Our friend from back home, Gerald Ford. Is he the only president from Michigan ever? Is that still
Yes,
true?
he is.
You should run for president. You're almost 35. You'll be 35 by the time of the next election.
You know what? Give me a year. I'm going to be ready to go.
Yeah. You live in Michigan. That's good. Okay.
Yeah,
we're down to
I've
final
established
seven.
residency.
We're going to be voting for our Illinois billionaire, our Billinois J.B. Pritzker here next year for president.
Big boy season.
I guess it's big boy season. This one's called Jalapoward. Oh, like Jalapao was the name in Tocantins.
Yeah.
Okay, was the name of the tribe. Jalapowed. It's fine. Each of the castaways would fill out a questionnaire about the tribe in private. Oh, this would be so good. You know when they get all the living presidents together to take a picture together? It would be really funny.
Yeah, and they all look old as fuck.
Yeah, it's so good. It would be really good to have them play this game during that. Who's the cattiest former president? H.W. wins this one. He shares the reward with JFK and Howard Taft.
Okay.
As we get further along, it's like, what do you guys have in common?
They were all president.
That's a good point. They win a natural spring and home-cooked traditional American feast made by a local family. That's nice. They send Adams to exile. I'm surprised Adams is still in it. He's kind of done nothing.
Yeah, it makes sense he'd be sent to exile, though, because I think people did find him annoying.
Snag, Dragon, Bag is this week's immunity challenge. What do you think it's, what is the reference to history in this one? Snag, Drag, and Bag.
Snag, Drag, and Bag. I'll say maybe the Lindy England. Do you remember that? The Abu Ghraib stuff.
Ah, chill. That was related to the Bush family, right?
Yes.
Perfect, because HW actually wins this immunity as well.
He's dominating. He's got a good resume right now.
I don't know if I don't think I mentioned this earlier. The merged tribe name is called Administration.
Okay.
The Administration tribe hidden immunity idol is currently hidden. Somebody finds it. Who do you think finds it?
Administration. Who finds it? I'll say probably HW.
Happy to say it is Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
HW and Jefferson have a major fight, probably about the finding of the idol. HW and Adams have a minor fight. It has a lasting impact.
Jefferson was a drama queen, too. He liked to get in fights with people.
Sure. I don't see HW making much further. He's going to be out next time he loses immunity.
He's put too big a target on himself.
It's tribal council. It's Adams. It's Obama. Adams. Obama. Adams. Obama. Obama is out. Was Obama the first millennial president?
I mean, he isn't a millennial, but he was in many ways for millennials.
Okay, we're down to the final 6. You've lost almost no one. I've lost almost everyone. So the final 6 is George H.W. Bush, Grover Cleveland, Howard Taft, John Adams, JFK, and Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson has the hidden immunity idol, of course. There are alliances still intact. Oh, it's the Survivor auction! Jefferson wins a bowl of freedom fries. HW wins chicken parm and garlic bread with a glass of red wine. I didn't know HW drank. Adams wins a covered item. It turns out to be a bowl of nachos with guacamole and salsa. Jefferson wins a covered item, a skewer of chicken hearts. And Cleveland wins a message from home. Cleveland will also be joined back at camp by a loved one. If he chooses to go to Exile Island with his loved one, then everyone's loved one will join him at camp. Cleveland chooses Exile Island. Who is Cleveland's loved one?
It's I have no idea.
Look it up.
No, I don't feel like it.
All right, fair
Do
enough.
your own research.
I'm going to look up. What's his name? George Cleveland?
George Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland. Wife?
Question mark.
Let's see what it says. Frances Cleveland. That's the name of my late cat.
Do you think that maybe Fran was Frances Cleveland reborn?
I can only assume. She died October 29th, 1947, and our Frances was born September of 2005? So like 50 some years is, I mean, that's a long.
We don't know how reincarnation cycles work, okay?
Thank you.
Other than that, Fran was definitely
Yeah. She could have had a
the
whole.
reincarnated first lady.
Maybe she was like an orangutan for 50 years or something in between that time. We just didn't know. That's a really funny thing to think about.
You weren't chilling with that orangutan. You know?
Imagine being a human, and then they're like, all right, you did fine, but like not great. So you're an orangutan now.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
you can drive
okay,
a golf cart.
50 years later, all right, you did all right, but like not great. You're going to be a cat now.
Yeah. Look, we gave you the ability to drive a golf cart, and I don't think that you really utilize that to your full potential. So you're going to be a cat now.
Is a cute little.
But you're going to live for like a really long time.
Her maiden name was Folsom, like the Bob Dylan song.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where were we? I'm on the wrong tab. Okay. Cleveland is on Exile Island. Cleveland, excuse me. This one's called Propeller Heads. It's an immunity challenge. Propeller Heads, was any of them a pilot?
What?
Was any of the presidents a pilot? Propeller Heads.
I don't know if that's a thing that you call. Maybe that's something you call pilots. I don't know. You know who was a pilot? George H.W. Bush.
Perfect, because George H.W. Bush actually wins immunity. This man's on a roll.
Classic. A real fly boy.
Mm-hmm. Jefferson has his immunity idol. Taft and Jefferson have a small fight. Okay, if they vote, it's JFK, it's Adams, it's JFK, JFK is out. It's the final five are George H.W. Bush, Grover Cleveland, Howard Taft, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson. Who were you rooting for at this point?
I don't know. I like saying Grover Cleveland. Maybe that's who I'm
It is fun to
for.
say. This one's called Blind to Reason. It's a reward challenge that Taft wins. He shares the reward with Adams. They win an overnight trip to the governor's retreat, where the castaways will have a bed to sleep in, and a traditional American barbecue, and they'll get to bathe in a shower bathtub combination.
He's gonna get stuck in the tub. Don't let him in there.
Adams, you got to keep an eye out for your friend Taft over there. They send Jefferson to Exile Island.
Wait. So you said his name's Howard Taft. You know why it's not William Howard Taft?
Why is that?
Because he ate the William.
You know what? The bathtub was actually...
That's some classic Borscht Belt humor there for you.
Maybe the bathtub was good for Howard Taft, actually. Made him really realize what was important, because he actually wins this next immunity challenge.
He knew that he was like, I'm going to show all those people that would make a really dumb, cheap joke at my expense. I'm going to show them. And he showed me.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it.
Not only did he make it out of the bathtub successfully, he actually was able to sweep a chimney. This immunity challenge is called Chimney Sweep. They must brace themselves between two walls. Classic challenge.
He dissented to the joke that I made.
Thomas,
The only president and Supreme Court justice.
I know we've said we're not doing Australia versus the world on this podcast, unfortunately. Fair enough. The final immunity challenge, though, fucking wild. Let me just tell you that. Intense shit. It's worth watching. I highly recommend. Good season of Survivor. And only 10 episodes. Okay, the Jefferson still has his hidden immunity idol. HW and Cleveland bond slightly, has a lasting impact, and Adams is impressing the rest of the team. It's 5 people left. Like, what do you have to do to still impress the rest of the team?
I don't know. I don't think Adams is going to have much of a case. I don't think people like him very much. Maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like it's going to be...
I don't think I am.
Oh, it's going to be final 2, right? Because it's Tocantins. So I think it's going to be Cleveland and HW in the final 2.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Okay, final time to use the hidden immunity idol. So Jefferson stands. He gets the first vote. Adams gets the second. HW is out. What did I just say?
Whoa!
What?
HW is kind of the coach of this season, if you think about it.
I will think about it. So it's all old timers in the final 4. Cleveland, Taft, Adams, and Jefferson.
That's right. Some people know how to pick their tribes. Other people, maybe they don't.
Maybe they don't so much. Adams wins this next immunity. It's called Tarantula. We remember this from the Royal season. Jefferson leaves the alliance he had with Cleveland and Taft. They vote. Jefferson, Taft. It's a tie. They tie again, and they will have to go to fire making.
Oh my God, they keep getting in these ties. This is crazy.
Thomas Jefferson loses the fire making challenge.
Yeah, that's right.
It is what it is. All right, so the final 3, Cleveland, Taft, and Adams. I mean, if Adams makes it, even to the final 2, he's losing. It's Cleveland or Taft winning this, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, everybody's in alliance with everybody, obviously. The final challenge is Samotion. It's Samotion. We all remember Samotion. Taft wins this one. Probably because he heard my strategy last week. Left, right, left, right.
So he's probably going to take Adams with him, right?
I don't know. We'll see. Cleveland and Adams have a major fight. Cleveland and Taft find something in common, having a lasting impact. Well, we're on fucking day 38 here, man, so I don't know how long it can last.
It's not really hard for it to be a lasting impact because it's almost over.
Okay, so Taft has the immunity necklace. The 13th person voted out of Survivor Presidential Island and 7th member of the jury is John Adams.
Wow, he shouldn't have gotten in that fight.
Yeah. Okay, so it's Grover Cleveland versus Howard Taft, the 2 of the biggest boys who've ever been president.
I think it's nice that the 2 typos ended up in the final 2 together.
All right, first vote goes to Cleveland, Taft, Cleveland, Taft, Cleveland. Cleveland wins.
Wow, that's the theme of this season was these deadlocks.
Yeah. The votes for Cleveland were Ford, JFK, Jefferson, and Nixon. Votes for Taft were Adams, HW, and Obama. All right.
Well, I guess Cleveland solidified most of the jury was the New Deal tribe, and he solidified his votes with them.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to Sandra in Heroes vs. Villains. She made friends with all the heroes, and then all the heroes were the ones on the jury.
Yeah. Well, Sandra... Has Sandra played 3 times, or has she played 4 now?
I think she's technically played 5 if you include Australia.
Oh, that's right. There was a time when she had 2 wins and 3 appearances. So
there was a time she had
that's
2 wins and 2 appearances.
That's what makes her. Well, yeah, exactly. But that's what makes her. Yeah, I guess she didn't win non-consecutively.
Yeah. Yeah. She'll always be queen because she won the first 2 times she went out. Nobody's been able.
Well, we're
to
not talking about queens. We're talking about presidents.
That's right. Who do you think won the fan favorites in the President's Island?
Oh, the fan favorite.
Favorite president.
Fan favorite president. I'm gonna say I'll say Abe Lincoln. People are sad because he got medevaced.
Would you believe it was actually John Adams?
No, that's come on now.
Yeah, right. Man, Jimmy Carter was the third person out. How unfortunate.
Well, because he tried to do a mutiny.
Barack Obama received the most votes. Thomas Jefferson won the most idols, or found the most idols, I should say. John Adams was most strategic. George H.W. Bush won the most challenges. So pretty good season, huh?
I thought so. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the end of Survivor Presidential Island.
We've determined who the greatest president of all time is, and wouldn't you know it, it's Grover Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland, our favorite guy. All right, Thomas, we got to know all of the presidents this week. So can you tell us the name of this week's quotes quiz?
Are you more of a president or a vice president? Do you belong in the Oval Office or in the office down the corridor? This is by Tom Phillips. This is from October 4th, 2016. So this was right before a great election that I think we all remember very fondly.
Is this the director of The Hangover?
I don't think that's what that guy's name is, but sure.
It's something like that. Oh, he's from the UK.
Yeah, he directed the UK Hangover.
You've been invited to
what is it, like The Knackered or something like that is what it's called.
You've been invited to 2 parties on the same night. What do you do? We go to the one you think will be most popular. Try to go to both. Go to the one hosted by the person you feel closest to. It doesn't matter which one you choose. What matters is that you make a decision and stick to it. That feels like some, I wrote it on a Post-it note and put it on my mirror kind of shit.
I'd probably say go to the one hosted by the person you feel closest to. Look, everybody in their head is like, we can go to both. You can't go to both.
You can't go to both. You're not a sitcom character. Pick one or the other. It's like, what, you're going to be at 2 parties for half the time? No.
Yeah,
I'm going to go to the one I feel closest to.
Yeah, you're going to be having no fun. You're going to be thinking about when you have to leave. So
I do love to be popular, though. I'm going to go to the one I feel more popular in.
Okay. I'm not surprised to hear that.
All right, changed my answer, so I guess I have to stick with what I said. Okay, pick an animal.
Yeah, the important thing isn't the answer you pick. It's that you stick to it.
Yes. We got eagle, we got snake, we got horse, we got cat. I'm picking horse.
All right, I like that cat.
It's a cute cat. What's most important to you? Fame, power, friendship, getting a small taste of power despite your lackluster performance in the primaries.
That seems like vice presidential thing.
I'm going to go with fame.
Man. Attention whore
I like
over
people
here.
talking about me.
I'm going to say friendship.
What about this? You've got some unpleasant news you need to break to somebody. What do? Don't. Get somebody else to do it. Nice. Take the responsibility on yourself. Try to find somebody else to do it. Fail and end up having to do it yourself. Tell them yourself and make sure they know it's not your fault.
This is the plot of every episode of Veep.
Yeah. I'm going to tell them myself and make sure they know it's not my fault. I don't want anyone to ever be mad at me. That's why I'm going to 2 parties in one night.
I'll say try and find somebody else to do it. Fail, end up having to do it yourself.
Pick a Queen song. We are the champions. Under Pressure. I Want to Break Free. Don't Stop Me Now. Bohemian Rhapsody. Under Pressure, obviously.
Yeah, I will also pick Under Pressure.
Choose a weapon. Zach Kreger. From the movie Weapons. Okay. Sword. 17 baseball bats. Poison. An aircraft carrier.
I mean, I'm going to pick the aircraft carrier.
It feels the most presidential. I'm going to pick poison. I like to be sneaky. At school, you were voted best friends. We were voted best friends. We just talked about it last week. But that's not an option. Most likely to succeed. Class clown, best dressed, most likely to succeed, assuming the economy is in reasonable shape after your predecessor. 8-year term is up. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to pick class clown.
I was voted most likely to run for office, which is not most likely to succeed.
So which one are you picking?
I don't know. I mean, the last one, but I don't want to be vice president, but I guess I'm picking the last
Hey,
one.
vice president, you're one heartbeat away from being president. Did you know that?
Yeah. Nobody likes that job.
Gunshot. What's your ideal weekend plan? Dinner at the best restaurant in town, party, then another party, then another party, then another party. Just hanging out with your best friend. Honestly, you're too tired to plan anything for the weekend. I'm going to say dinner at the best restaurant in town. That sounds fun.
That does sound good. I think I will also pick that.
Copycat. What gets you through the day? The satisfaction of a job well done, the hope that tomorrow might be better, grim determination, the lamentation of your enemies.
Grim determination,
I'm
baby.
going to say the hope that tomorrow might be brighter, better. Okay, pick a vice president. Al Gore, some sort of golfer, Joe Biden, or Dick Cheney.
That's Dan Quayle.
Well,
You stop that.
I'm picking Al Gore, obviously.
Al Gore.
Weird Al Gore.
Mr. Global Warming. I'm picking Dan Quayle because I have a signed copy of his biography that my friend found at, I believe, either a garage or estate sale and thought would be very funny to get me as a gift. And they were right, but now I'm stuck with it.
Okay, president, vice president, does it really matter? You're happy to take a back seat for a while. If you think that's your best bet for a path to greatness, you're pretty sure you're the smartest person in the room and you love to plot how you can grab power, possibly with poison. 39% president, 61% vice president. I'm not mad, actually. That sounds fine.
No, that's okay. You're a pretty good mix of vice presidential and presidential. You know that what's really important in life is friendship and loyalty, and you're not going to let some crazed lust for power change that. After all, you know that the vice president gets to have way more fun than the president, so I'm 36% president, 64% vice president.
Nice. Okay. I think after taking this quiz, I would rather be vice president than president.
I mean, it is like a pretty sick, like no-show job, basically.
Yeah. Who am I? Fucking Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah. I think that if you have a normal level of ambition, that's an ideal job to have because you don't actually have to do anything and you get to travel and stuff like that. And you don't have like a bunch of crushing responsibilities. Occasionally you break a vote, like a tie in the Senate.
You get 280.
So you get to feel important sometimes, but you don't have to do a lot of stuff.
You get $284,000 a year. And $284,600.
That's not bad. I'm surprised that's not higher, to be honest.
Oh, well, did you know the president is actually $400,000?
Damn.
All right, Thomas.
Fucking broke-ass presidents.
What's your social medias?
You can follow me at tom.tom.bsky.social or at tom.tom.x, the everything app.
Shows on YouTube at the Compassionate Hater Survivor podcast. Subscribe there if you haven't already. Polls were suspended last week.
That's right. You lost your privileges.
Do you think our listeners deserve a poll this week to vote in?
I mean, I think that because of the theme, there should probably be a poll.
That's a good point. Here's the poll we should do. Should there be a poll this week? Yes or no? Who's to say?
Or it could be should there be a poll next week?
That's better. I like that better. Okay, to vote, go to youtube.com/@official hater survivor podcast. Great stuff. Or if you subscribe, they'll probably just send it to you. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. We have a few shows on Patreon. Do you want to shout any of those out?
I shouted out Pope and Change last week, I think, because of the Obama connection. Probably, I don't know. Football season is done for me. I'm finished. Yeah. All of my teams suck, so probably teal time. I'm looking forward to basketball.
Putting the L in Dan Campbell.
That's right.
Somebody's going to write a sign next week that says that for the next Lions games. Okay, well,
if they go 0-2, yeah, there's two L's in that Campbell, name, so
0 W's. Okay, we want to thank the fans.
I would love to thank the listeners and subscribers. Thank you for listening and subscribing.
What can they write on any of the reviews section of their podcast?
Okay, so for YouTube, you can put haha, very funny, smiley face, or just smiley face. And for the Apple or Spotify reviews. You can say, this is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
All right. And we will be back next week with our last episode before Survivor 49 starts. We're going to actually finally watch The Truman Show, and Thomas is actually going to watch it this time.
I'm going to remember to watch The Truman Show.
I tried to do it once before, and Thomas forgot, so I'm going to be on him this time.
I did forget.
Okay. Until next week, have a great summer.
Deuces.
Now let's get down to some presidential learning. We'll start with George Washington, straight from Mount Vernon. First president and commander-in-chief fought the Revolutionary War so we could be free. John Adams was
I feel like I've heard that the Michael Jordan Steakhouse isn't that good.
I've also heard that as well. I once applied for a job at their corporate parent company, whatever. And I said, I'll keep my opinion to Michael Jordan Steakhouse to myself. I've never been. Got a good location, though. Right downtown, in the middle of the financial district, where everyone wants to be on a Friday or Saturday night.
In the interview, did you say, look, I've always said you have a good location?
I've always said it's all about location, location, location.
And they were like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. Wow, you really know your stuff. That's what they said to me.
They said that's very kind of you.
They wrote me an email and they said, wow, you really know your stuff. Unfortunately, we've decided to go forward with another contestant.
We will never hire you.
All right, back to your seats. Back to your seats, please. It's the president's rap. All right, okay.
Smarten up, pros. Saying.
Is there a theme? Can you find the theme? And what is the theme? Up first, our first guy is Josh Brolin.
Oh, they see me Brolin. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do any more than that. You get the idea.
All of these guys could be put into Chameleonaire lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. What's a man, if I had more time, see, the thing is, Weird Al, he's not improvising these, he writes them. And so that's why the quality is so good. Mm-hmm. And if I could just think, I'm sure there's a Josh Brolin movie that rhymes with Riding Dirty, but I can't think of it right now, so that's all you're getting. Anyway,
who's
Josh
James
Brolin? James Brolin is Josh Brolin's father. He also was an actor.
Okay, I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? Yeah, okay.
Are you familiar with Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the film?
Yeah, I am. He's Pee-wee?
He's not Pee-wee. R.I.P. Paul Rubens.
R.I.P. Wee.
But he does play Pee-wee in the movie at the end.
Oh, of course, yes. And Josh Brolin is his son.
Josh Brolin is his son.
Yeah.
So I don't know I wonder if you went up to Josh Brolin and you were like paging Mr. Herman, if he'd be like, oh yeah,
that's the movie we should watch next week.
My dad was in that scene.
We should watch Pee-wee's Big Adventure next week.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure is so good.
If in the next hour we can figure out a reason to connect to Survivor.
I would love an excuse. Yeah, there's there's snakes in it and there's snakes on Survivor. But,
yeah, good point.
I do feel like the structure out of it is more of an Amazing Race type thing, though.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to say the same thing.
But it's like a crisp, 80 to 90 minutes long. It's like it's so good.
It's such a good movie. Okay, speaking of good movies, our next guy is often in good movies. He's Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti, another fine actor. I mean, is this some of my favorite actors? Is that the theme of this? Because we're 2 for 2 so far.
You tell me. Our third guy is, we were talking about one of his projects earlier, Alec Baldwin.
I mean, I have conflicting feelings about this.
Sure. Who doesn't?
I have, I would say, differing opinions about him as an actor and as a person. I think he's a very talented performer. I think particularly his performance as Jack Donaghy in 30 Rock is one of the great comedic performances of the last 25 years. And also he accidentally killed someone and left a very rude voicemail for his kid that one time
I
called him a rude
forgot
little
about
pig.
that. Wow, he's made a lot of headlines. What
I
you're
think it would be
saying-
very funny to be on his side about, like, to be like, look, the shooting the person on set, it was an unfortunate accident. I don't support that. But the you don't know what the kid was doing, okay?
His daughter was being a whore.
If she was being a rude, no, he didn't say that. He said
Oh
she
no,
was
I think
being
I'm
a-
confusing that with
He's
David
being-
Hasselhoff's.
Yeah, that's different. No, they were being a rude little pig.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, of course. Okay, our fourth guy is Peter Baggenstoss.
Peter Baggenstoss. I'm assuming that this is
Baggenstoss?
a Survivor player.
Yes, he is. Do you remember what season he was on?
No.
Survivor Co-Wrong. And our fifth guy is Sebastian Stan.
Oh, Sebastian Stan, another actor that I like. I thought he was very good in The Apprentice, which I was not expecting to enjoy because, I mean, I didn't think that anyone could play Donald Trump in a way that would interest me, and he did. So credit where credit is due.
So have you figured out the theme?
Are these people all from the same place? These people
No.
from like New Jersey or something? Oh, have these people? No, these people have all played. Have they played presidents?
Close enough. They all look like presidents.
Okay, because Paul Giamatti played John Adams. Josh Brolin played George W. Bush. Oh, Peter is Dr. President.
Peter is Dr. President, yeah.
Peter is Dr. President.
Yep.
And then so he played a president in a way. He was on TV.
Yeah.
And then Sebastian Stan played Donald Trump. And what was the other one? Was that all of them?
And Paul Giamatti played John Adams, you said?
Yeah, played John Adams.
Josh
Yeah.
Brolin. Alec Baldwin.
Oh, Alec Baldwin. Is that Alec Baldwin playing Thomas Jefferson on 30 Rock that's a reference to?
No, it was...
Him going, America, which I invented.
It's so funny. No, it was because I was looking for lists of celebrities who look like presidents, and the only name that kept coming up was Alec Baldwin looks like Millard Fillmore.
Oh, Millard Fillmore. This is very interesting because Millard Fillmore apparently, like, one of the only things outside of him being kind of an obscure president is that he was considered extremely handsome for that time period.
And is Alec
Which
Baldwin not?
Yeah, well, I mean, Alec Baldwin is famous for being handsome. So, but apparently, like, Queen Victoria was like smitten with him when she met him.
That's
and then you
cute.
see a picture of Millard Fillmore, and you're like, huh, okay.
Kind of looks like Jack Donaghy. So pretty good theme for this week, huh?
I think it's a great theme.
Yeah.
He does look like current Alec Baldwin, is what I'll say from looking at pictures.
Speaking of Alec Baldwin, were you saying you try to separate the art from the Alec with him?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. What if he was weird? What if Alec Baldwin was a weird guy?
Alec.
Weird Alec Baldwin. That's a funny bit.
Yeah.
Did you just hang up on me?
No.